This is an AI image generator I built with bolt.new. I want to show you this example here, how I built this app in bolt.new and how the backend works, in this case with N8N and also direct with OpenAI. Let's take a quick look at the settings here. So as said, you can choose between OpenAI directly or the custom webhook. The focus is on the custom webhook because I want to show you the workflow in N8N and how this works together. So as you can see, I configured my webhook to my N8N instance, save the settings, and now you can choose here between icon sets, trading cards. The B-roll is just implemented in the front end and not in the back end, but let's test with the trading card for now. We click generate card. It now sends the data, the request to the webhook. We can quickly go to N8N to see this, go to executions here in my workflow. And as we can see, it's running right now. In a few seconds, we can see the steps and hopefully it finishes properly. Okay, as you can see here, it finished now. So it triggered the webhook in screen, then it goes to the switch. We go in a second over the workflow and then created the image. Let's go back to the web app. And as we can see, it created this beautiful trading card image with the information we provided here. So we can do the same with icon sets. There are a lot of stuff to configure. So let's just generate as well and see what we get. I changed already some stuff to not get the same again. But while this is running, we can take a closer look at the N8N workflow here. So we can go back to the editor. I will provide this workflow for you as well, so you can check it out, as well as the web app. You can check out in Git. I show in a second. Okay, the first step is the webhook here. Come in with the webhook, production URL you have to provide to your app. You can also use authentication for production, but it's just educational, so we don't need. I will remove this later. Anyway, then the first thing here is the switch, where we decide if we want to create an icon set or a trading card. This depends on what we get from the workflow. So if we quickly go to executions and take a look at these execution, then we see here the web app provides the type trading card, and based on this, it chooses the correct route here in the switch. Now we have a trading card, then it goes to this node, choose the trading card, and here is the prompt defined. So as you can see here, it's a comprehensive prompt to create this trading card. It has some parameters we get from the web app, all here in green. And on the right side, you can see that we got the correct stuff from the web app as provided here in the response. Go back. The next step is configure the AI params. So we need to set the number of images, quality, size, and image model. In this case, we use GPT Image 1, the new image model from OpenAI. It has, I think, just this size, 1024 by 1024. You can also define the quality of image. So for testing, you can set to low to have a lower price as well for testing. And I think the high costs per iteration 17 cents, so quite expensive. And you can also configure the number of images here if you need to. The next step is the actual request to OpenAI. So we have here the OpenAI image endpoint. We have set the credentials and some headers like the content type, application JSON, and we passed the parameters from the node before as well. As you can see, the image prompt, number of images, etc. So the next step is to separate the output. So we just want to get the data out of it. So as you can see here on the left, that's the base64 JSON, so the image in base64 format. And this is what we want to get back. And then I have here two nodes, one for responding to the webhook. So this goes back to our web app application. But I also have for testing the convert to file. So we can click it and directly see the image here as well. So this is the full workflow and web app. and you have seen how this works, but I want to show you in detail how to develop this. So we want to build an example application, a completely new example application with a new workflow and a new front-end application. This time we built with bolt.diy. I already have open, and we use Anthropic and Claude Opus 4 for it as model. To get some ideas, I use ChatGPT, as you can see here. And this is something you can do as well to extend the workflow with new stuff, or the web app with new image types. So I provided it an image of my web app I already got. I gave it my image prompts nodes and asked it to give me 10 more ideas for image creations. Then I chatted a little bit about ideas. And finally, I got this digital monsters I like. And yeah, I let it create a prompt based on the trading card prompt for the digital monsters. So I referenced here the trading card prompt and said it should give me a digital monster card prompt like Pokemon, and the user should have at least 5 options and custom instructions for the design. So it provided me the image prompt. I asked it to do a table with the parameters as well. And then I asked it also to give me a curl request, because this is very good to pass to a coding IDE to get a proper result. So what we can do now is take this curl request, put some informations to it, and let create the app. So we go to Bolt. If you don't know how to use Bolt, check out this video. I have some install guides for different systems if you want to use it. And then I copy my prompt here in. I show you quickly what I prepared. So it's simply create an image generation web app that allows you to create digital monster cards. The curl is below. I want the endpoints to be configurable in settings. And we want a modern, stunning web app with animations. So then I just pass the curl with all parameters. And we click enhance to get better results. Maybe here a quick hint, Claude Opus 4 is pretty expensive. But so if you don't want to spend that much money on building a web app, you can also use Google with some free models or on OpenRouter. But if you want very good enhancement, you can just use Claude Opus 4 for enhancement and then switch to another model. So we got now an enhanced prompt here with all stuff we need. And we just click go. As I already said, we also want to have a new workflow in N8N for this. So while this is running, we go back to N8N. We create a new workflow here, and then we start from scratch. So we start with a webhook. We change this to post. And the respond is respond to webhook. So use respond to webhook node. And we are done with this step. The next step is to get the prompt node. So we use the set edit fields node here. And we want to add some fields. Click add new fields. We use image prompt here as we have in the other workflow. And for the image prompt, we use the one ChatGPT created for us. So I go back here, copy one. And we just paste it in. And yeah, we need to quickly click here. We are already on expression. Make sure you have expression selected here and not fixed, because we have variables in here. And the rest is okay for now. Back. And we connect the webhook with the edit fields. So we can just copy then this or I can copy it from the other workflow because it's the same. So we just need again this set node with number of images, quality of image, size of image, and the model. So we cannot connect these two. And then we need the OpenAI image node again. Can also copy it from the other one. We have again the URL, post method, and the credentials you have to set. So you just have to set here your API key for the OpenAI. And you need to make sure you are on the correct tier for OpenAI. I think you have at least at tier 2 for using the image gen, but I'm not sure. You have to check the OpenAI documentation for this. So if it not work, it's maybe the case that you are not on a paid plan or at the correct tier. So it's not working with the free tier, I guess. Okay, we cannot connect these two as well. Then we copy the separate outputs as well from the other one, connect it. So as said before, this just splits the data or extracts the data. We don't need the rest. And at the end, we just need the respond to webhook node. You can also choose here what to respond. I let it to first incoming item, but as you've seen before, there was an option for a number of images. So if you choose 2 images, then you need to respond also more images. My app does not support this at the moment, but you could extend this. Okay, we save this workflow for now. And we go back to Bolt and see what we got. Hey, the app looks pretty good in my view. We got here the endpoint, not centered the settings, but we could fix this easily, but doesn't matter for now. What else do we have? We have some inputs here to choose. Also pretty good. Yeah, I think we could just test this out, I guess. So we go back to our workflow, go to the webhook, and we use for now the test URL here. So just click it to copy. Go back to Bolt, click settings in our web app, save. And then let's put in some data. Ratsu, level 2. Epic sounds good. Let's do more attack points here. Fire blast. And glowing ultimate hero. And let's click generate. Okay, it failed, but let's go back to our workflow and see. Oh, I forgot. We have to listen for test events here. So activate this, otherwise it's not working. And then we have to send again. Okay, it did not work here, but we got some information here, as you saw. So it was expected to fail, but yeah, we needed this information one time to map it to our application. So what you can do now here in n8n is to pin this data here on top, so we can use this for future iterations instead of using new data. So it's pretty good for testing. Okay, what we can do now is go to the next node and click on the play button here. And as you can see here, it did not get the variables correct. So let's check the input here. And what I can see here, we got 2 times body. It's not good. So the web app does provide additional body, and n8n does another one, I guess. So we could fix this by body.body, and then you see we got the correct input. But this looks not good. So we should fix this in the web app. So we can do now is just do a screenshots and paste it to code. Paste it here. As you can see, there are 2 body elements in the JSON, fix that, please. While this is running, I can quickly show you the GitHub repository for my initial image generator. So you can find it on this repository. I will post it in the description below, so you can check it out and test it yourself. I also included here the example prompts. You can get it in the workflow, but I need to add this. It's not pushed yet, but I will do before I post this video. And you can get also some instructions here. Make sure you read this. It's just for educational purpose, so not meant to be productive in this state. There are some setup instructions you can use. Yeah, and if you want to support the channel, you can take a look here. Let's go back to Bolt, and it's done. Looks like it fixed it. So let's see if it really fixed it. And we have to go back here to N8N again. Remove the pin here. And we click listen for test events again. And we fire it up again. Okay. Got it now. We can take a look here. And as you can see, we only got one body now. So this should work. We pin it again. Go back. Execute the added fields. Take a look here as well. Open our prompt here. And as you can see, we now got the correct values from the web app. So we can go to the next step. Set the variables here. This is also fine. Then we execute the image generation. So we just make sure every step is working now. Okay, this was working as well. We got the base for 64 string here of the image. Then we can go to the next step. Also working, just get back the data without the other stuff. Then respond to webhook should also work. Okay, this looks good so far. Then the question is just why did we not get a result back here instantly? I thought there was an error maybe here in the process, but there is none. So let's check again. Let's open the dev console here, clear it, fire it up again. And as we can see here, there are some errors. Looks like we have some course issues here, so we can also just copy them, paste it here, and fix the course issues, please. And let's see if it can fix it. So I just tested out a little bit more, and it was not a course issue. This was a false positive. The problem was, or is, that I forgot to enable the workflow and switch to the production node. So we go quickly back here, reload. Make sure you have the workflow active, and then you choose the production URL here from your workflow and pass this one to your web app. So here in the settings, use the production URL instead of the test URL. And then we got also no errors. You can see it's running. It says it created the card. So let me quickly. Okay, this is the card. This doesn't look very good, but it created something. So let's go back to the workflow again. Executions. And check this here. Looks okay. Maybe let's open this here in full view. It looks like it did not get the image back from the webhook, or at least not showing here. So let me quickly go to the webhook again, go to JSON, and let me copy the first part here of the output JSON and provide it to the web app and tell it the response is a base 64 image and the JSON looks like this. Dot dot. And let's see if it can fix it then. Okay, it updated now the web app and made sure the base64 string is working. So let's see if it is actually working. Let's send the request again. As we can see here, it's running again. Okay, it finished and we were here, but we still can't see an image. Okay, we need to debug a little bit more, I guess. So let's go back to the workflow. I would say at first, let's change the quality to low, so it's a little bit cheaper and faster to generate. And then I think I will use from my other workflow the convert to file as well, so we can see it here, what it generated. So I copied it over, convert to file, and separate image inputs, connects to this one. And then we can just run it again and see what's the output here, if it is actually no file or if we have a problem here in the execution or the response to webhook. So let's fire this up again. So it finished, so we can check now here the file view, and as you can see here is an image. So the problem must be either in the web app or on the response, but I don't think it's the response from n8n. So let's see. Let's go back. Check here again. Looks also okay. So I really think the problem must be in the web app. Crash here. Yes, this was a little bit slow. Maybe let's switch to Cloud Sonnet 4. That's probably a bit faster than Opus. Nice. Image is still not showing in the web app correctly. Make sure the user can see it. I checked the n8n output and the image looks fine. So we can also attach a screenshot of the image here. Go back, attach. Is there anything else we can attach? I don't think so, because the JSON we already gave him. So that's fine. So let's go back to the web app and fire it up. Okay, it's now working. I did a few more prompts, iterating and pasted the errors I got in the console, but now it is working. As you can see here, we got an image. We can now switch back to high resolution and test it again as final step. Go back to the application and click generate again. Let's do full screen mode to see it better, and let's see what we get. While we are waiting, let me know if you like this content, if you want to see more about this, and if you have special use cases I should show. Yeah, I hope you like this. Not, let also me know, so I don't do these videos in the future. Okay, this result looks very good, and I think that's everything I wanted to show in this video. So we built an application with bolt.diy, and connected it to a webhook in N8N. So built our own N8N workflow, which is working fine. Let me know in the comments what you think and you want to see, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.